See if the screen recording works. Alright, lovely. So we're going to be waiting for the second day of macro here. So it's going to be 10:45. We'll have a look at our bias once we get to about 10:39, 10:40. So let me sort this out with Google Sheets. Let me see if I can get a link. Leaderboard. Access denied. You no longer have permission to access this document. What do you mean I'm the fucking owner, mate? If your access is restored, you'll be able to continue working. Please copy your changes and paste them elsewhere. Then tap on the yellow bar and reload the document. Your access to this document has been changed. Tap to reload. Okay, I will tap. Access denied. You no longer have permission to access this document and your changes can't be saved. If your access is restored, you'll be able to continue working. Right. So we've been hacked. Yeah, someone fucked up the settings. I don't know who did it, but I don't really see the point in doing that. Well, let me try share it with you guys anyway. Let's see. So if we copy the link. Dr. Scene, mate. Dr. Scene. I'm trying to think what we can do here. If we copy this into a new... Can we copy this document into a new Google Sheet? I'm trying to think. So I think it's currently on view only. Let's have a look. I don't really know, to be honest. I don't know what's causing that. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll get ChatGPT to make me another one. Thing is, there's a lot of people on here who haven't really... I don't think they've filled it out. So we don't need all of these names. Alright, let's get ChatGPT to get on his business now. Alright, let's take some screenshots. Alright, to 19. 42. Alright, that's calm. So let's get ChatGPT. Alright, yes mate, so I don't need a leaderboard, right? I just need you to create me a Google Sheet and all of the names that are in the screenshots that I've sent you. So I've sent you like, what, 14 screenshots. I think one of them's a duplicate. So those screenshots there with those names, only use the names which have a answer next to it, right? Some of them are blank because they haven't filled it out. So the people that filled it out, basically just create me a new Google Sheet, the exact same as what I've just sent you, right? And yeah, send me that back. So only the people who have actually filled it out with an answer, make me a Google Sheet of that, make it black the same as what it was before, same format, same layout, and that's pretty much it. I don't need no leaderboard, just Google Meet. Or Google Sheet, not Google Meet. Right. Hopefully he does it. Usually got to tell him about five times and then he'll do it eventually. Yeah, so one thing I found out today, guys, apparently on the MacBook M3 Pro, you can only run 2 screens. I don't know if that's true, but I'm going to find out shortly in a few minutes if that's true or not. So if that's the case, then I don't really know what I'm going to do. Apparently there's something called, I can't remember what it's called, it's like an adapter that lets me run like 3+ screens. Or maybe I have to buy a different laptop, like maybe a MacBook M5, M4 Max or something. So let's see. DOC station. Okay. Oh, that was it, yeah. So I was looking for a display link. That's what ChatGPT kept saying. I need a display link, but I couldn't see anyone who was. Why aren't you using desktop? I don't like desktop. MacBooks, personally, in my opinion. I used to use desktop. When I first started trading, I was on an Asus, which I got from Argos for 150 quid. And I was on that for about a year and a half. And I binned it, threw it off the balcony. Bought the M3 Pro, and I've still got it to this day, actually. And then I'll likely switch, but now you've said, so if I get a display link, then I should be able to run the third screen. Yeah, the best thing with the MacBook, I like to go out, do different things. So I just take the MacBook in my bag sometimes, and I can put the bag, obviously, whilst I'm on my bike, you know, so I can go anywhere with this laptop. So it's pretty easy. But I know what you mean. I could still have the PC here, and then just basically have the laptop as spare, but I'm not really a big fan of Windows, to be honest. I don't really like it. Yeah, secondary school, yeah, exactly. It's almost like you're loading up like Microsoft Excel, and you got to make an Excel sheet for some bullshit for the teacher. Well, I tell you what, we'll see if it's working now. Actually, I've got the part, so what I did manage to do, I was pretty excited. I don't know why I got excited, but they actually had it, which I was more shocked than excited. They had the MacBook charger, the one that I lost in Bangkok. I left it in the hotel, didn't I? So I've got the 140 watt charger back, so I don't ever have to worry about charging this laptop. Matter of fact, I'm 48%. Let's see how good this is. They didn't have it last time I went in there, so I think this is the same as the one I had. Oh, that's one thing I forgot to buy. I forgot to buy the fucking converter. That's right. Figure out. I have to buy another converter tomorrow. I don't know why, but I've still got one UK extension lead and then one foreign extension lead. I don't know why I've still got the UK extension. I've had that UK extension lead for like 2.5 years. I've never been in the UK. This makes no sense. Alright, we've got the official Apple charging brick. It's actually so good to have this back, honestly. Alright, where is it going to get plugged into? That's the question. Can it plug in there? No. Can't plug in there. Let's see if I can buy one on this delivery app. I'm gonna have to. Might be a bit late for this, to be honest. Yeah, we'll see if we get a position in the next macro or the lunch. Be pretty interesting. Alright, this is the lead for the other monitor. And then that's the... I finally got the MagSafe charger back. MagSafe 3. I don't need to use the USB-C anymore. Right. Fucking shitbox. That's quite a nice cable. Right, DJ sent a link. I'm going to take a look at that. Appreciate it, brother. So if this doesn't work now, then I'm going to have to click your link, DJ. Hopefully I don't get hacked. Right, let's try to plug this in. So that's a USB to USB-C. Alright, cool. So basically that fucking plugs in there. See if it works first. So it's got to go one of these ports. Where's the port then? it's quite hard to know what a USB-C, HDMI, I mean. It's hard to know what HDMI feels like when you can't actually... Right, that might be HDMI. Try to stick it in there. Can't see it. Oh my god, it's in. Alright, let's plug that in, see if it works. Everyone told me it wouldn't work, so I'm assuming it's not going to work. Alright, so it's not turned on as of now. Let's turn the monitor on first. Probably help. Right, I've turned the monitor on. Doctor scene. Full-blown doctor now. Displays. Yeah, I don't think it even shows up as a display. I got a direct message from Milo on Discord. I mean, as I said, I barely even text my parents, so don't expect me to text you first. I don't really know how this works, to be honest. It's not very easy to use, is it? 240 Hz refresh rate. It's pretty good. Yeah, that monitor is pretty sick, I can't lie. Mac won't allow free screens without display link. Okay, I'm listening to the DJ. I'm not even going to try. The DJ knows. I know the DJ knows. No signal HDMI going standby. Okay, right. See what the DJ uses. Display link, docking station free, monitors. USB-C laptop. Okay. That's calm. Alright, thanks brother. I'm gonna have to order one of those. I'm gonna order that now actually. Right, I'm going to order one of these universal plugs. How many do I need? I think I need... I don't actually know, to be honest. No, I only need one. Let's get it on the order. So that's a lovely sweep of buy side there. We're gonna obviously get on to doing our bias in a second, and then we'll see if we get anything in a second AM. So mine's sent in the chat. That is the that's the full method to passing accounts, you know. You guys can see that in the chat. That's created by myself No one else has that source. Like, I am the obtainer of that absolute secret source. Many people have, what do you call it? Exploited that method very well. Right, let's try plug this MagSafe 3 in as well. At least charge the laptop. I mean, it's going to 42% now. I'll tell you what, it's good to have this thing back. Fucking hell. I don't know about you guys, but I've got a bit of OCD over my setup, and you know when things are not just quite right, it does bug you. I think that's very good to have some sort of OCD, because I've also got it with the model as well, so I always think that the model's not perfect, so we backtest for fucking weeks. Got to become the best. But I'll tell you what, I know for a fact the model is pretty much close to perfection. Oh mate, this charger, it better fit in this thingy here. Absolutely lovely, that. I think it fits. Yep. I'm not really a fan of it being silver when my laptop's dark. I think I'll get used to it. That's what I'm saying. So the method that Scene put in there that we discussed, you know, that method's 100% guaranteed. And then the method that we're doing on NFP on Friday, that I'm live streaming in front of you guys, that's the only method that we would use for Apex, Traderify and Lucid. Okay, and that's not guaranteed. So that might not work on NFP and it might not work on CPI. But there's still a very high chance. So a very high chance. It's about 75%, 80%. Tofu said, what happened? Probably Trump got shot, mate. Got sniped. Oh, it's a lovely displacement, but we did take the invalidation low, so we need a resweep of buy side. We wouldn't take shorts off that. So invalidation low would be this third low here for price, especially this low as well. So this would be it. We shifted, and this one. Okay. I mean, ES shifted so much it almost took sell side. I'm just going to put this in the bin and then we'll do our bias, guys, because we know that's not a valid short, so I'm not in a rush to do the bias right now. Milo plans to pass 5 Traderify growth on NFP. Yeah. Can you confirm if you're going to stream tomorrow? Not confirming, no. because we're not actually streaming the New York, but we are backtesting, so we are streaming essentially, but yeah, not the official stream. So let's look at our bias here. So the daily is still bearish, obviously, and on the 4-hour time frame, it's bearish. Okay, so we trade into that bearish gap. China tells tech companies to halt Nvidia chip orders. Alright. So we have a bearish bias, we have a full higher time frame bearish bias. So the 15 was bullish, and I think it most recently traded out of the bullish gap again, and it went neutral and then went bullish again. So the 15 is still going to be bullish, and we don't really care about intraday as of now. We know we got a higher time frame bearish bias. Let's delete a few things. So let's get rid of this. We got the relative equal lows. That's the start of the macro. We can move it to the end. So that's pretty much it. So the most recent sweep of liquidity is sell side, and we got a bearish bias, so we want to see a sweep of buy side, which would be this high. Okay. And it'll be sufficient enough for price to take a short-term high, which would be fine. But we'll see. Yeah, so as you guys go through the week, one thing that I personally do is on Trade Syncer, I always take a position every single week. So if I do go through the week and I notice that I've not taken a position up until Friday, what I do just to protect, because I can't be bothered to read all of the rules on every prop firm I work with sometimes, but I know for a fact that Take Profit has a rule that you must take one trade per week. So personally, I just execute one micro and I hold it for 10 seconds in Asia, and it just protects my accounts. So if I come up to Friday and I've not taken a trade that week, then I just basically, I always take a trade on Friday. I always do that. I just hit one micro during Asia, or at the end of the PM, hold it for 10 seconds and then close it out. So it just protects your accounts. I don't take it on live, obviously. It's on the funded accounts. Just 2 cents. Yeah, that's a rule that they don't really disclose, so you have to be careful, because your account will get deactivated on Take Profit and Traderify and potentially My Funded Futures. But I don't really read the rules too heavily on those smaller things, so just to like stay on top of it, I just execute on all of the accounts. Top Step? No, not on Top Step. I think Top Step's like 30 trading days, and Apex is like a bit longer. It's like 30 trading days, I think. So you can see on NQ we've taken buy stops here above the short-term high. Preference is for price to take buy side, but I would be open for price to shift lower in structure. we don't have an order block for price to inverse here, so even if we shift lower anyway, I wouldn't be looking for a short. Unless, for example, ES inverses this order block that hasn't already inversed and it's paired with a gap. That's unlikely. And also, yeah, just always do it on Friday. I always do it regardless. So even if I take a trade on Monday, instead of coming towards next Monday and then it being almost 7 days and then you forget, I always just on Friday, because then I know every Friday I just hit one micro position. And you're never going to have issues with this 7-day bullshit, you know. Obviously on my live account you don't have to do anything, but it's just for protecting your accounts. I know you guys probably might watch a few other traders. I mean, there's surely no positions that anyone's taken today, right? And they would have taken a loss, so they would have taken a loss. What time we're going to be backtesting tomorrow? So we're going to backtest around like 9:30 EST or 9 EST, we'll see. Around that time. So you see NQ's reaching towards buy side, so we'd like that to get taken out. And also, that Nvidia report that came out, that would be classed as a data highs as well. Right, we've got the delivery coming in for the adapter plug. Okay, so nice sweep of buy side. Let's see if we get a shift lower in structure and price puts in a short-term low on both assets. Okay, so basically what I need, Miner, can you record the tomorrow backtesting session, please? Won't be able to make it. Yep, I'll try my best to make sure it's recorded. We did record half of yesterday, and I do have it half of yesterday recorded. So I'm going to put that on YouTube. Actually, I'll put that on YouTube. I'll put it on YouTube now, actually. August recorded would have been crazy. Yeah, it's one model for life, yeah. I think we might have recorded August, maybe, maybe not. This is the one from yesterday. Okay, let's fast forward price. Let me just skip through it. Right, so it's 51 minutes. I'll put it on YouTube. So obviously everything that goes on YouTube for you guys is privately uploaded, and then you guys get the link and can only watch with the link. Live, private. Yeah, so one thing I always tell people is just not to speculate what price is likely going to do. You can say that, oh yeah, price is, you know, after a failed shift, it's likely to seek back towards buy stops, because you know that you're not going to take a trade there. But there's no point trying to say where a price is likely to draw. And there's, you know, you always want to have as much energy reserved as possible, and just look for what you're meant to look for, just step by step, and then you're never going to overthink your current situation when you're looking at price, right? So you're just saying, okay, we got bearish bias, we swept buy side, I'm looking for a shift. I can see, I've already noticed there's an order block on ES, so if we do form a short-term low on NQ and ES, then that will be the order block that I look to be inverse paired with a gap. So that's just some things I note, but I don't really pay attention to too much. Alright, it's already uploaded. The Wi-Fi is really fast, so it uploaded in 2 minutes. Hour-long video on YouTube. Yeah, when I was back in the UK, and I was obviously staying with my parents, the Wi-Fi back there, it would take, like, even for a 15-minute video, sometimes like 2 hours to upload on YouTube, which was pretty mad. But here I can upload like a 2-hour, 3-hour YouTube video in about 5 minutes. I've got around a 750 upload speed here, which is pretty good. And that's a wireless upload speed, you know. So what was this link that we needed for the third screen? Not division link. The one that DJ was talking about. I'm just on shop EE. Display link, that's it. Thanks, brother. Display link adapter. Right. So, DJ, can I buy anything that basically says display link? Anything that's a display link, I can just buy that, right? This one's got a 5-star rating. Alright. Okay, 6-in-1 display link, docking station, USB-C to HDMI. So you can see NQ and ES is put in a short-term low, and I've noticed on ES that there's a bullish order block, which could be paired with a gap. So we're at point prone to a shift in market structure. I'm just going to update the bias here just to check that the hourly and the higher time frame is still bearish, and then we wouldn't have to look at intraday. So we got about 1:57 on this hourly, so that will be a decider if the hourly gets inversed, so we'll check that as well. That's currently still bearish, same with the 4-hour, and obviously same with the daily. So we still got higher time frame as bearish, but I'll check the hourly in 1:40. Okay, so this one says it's a display link docking station for M1, M2, M3. So I've got M3 Pro. 4K 60 Hz. I can't buy it on Amazon because I'm in Thailand. So I should be able to run 3 screens off this, right? Nah, I don't think I've got Amazon here, to be honest. They use a thing called Shop EE. So I've ordered, you know, quite a few things off here. Alright, all checks complete. So I'll save that, and then you guys have that stream. So the backtesting from yesterday. You guys have that. Let's see if we get a shift in structure here. This would be a very nice model for shorts, because we don't even have invalidation low until price reaches this point. So we could have a nice, lovely shift lower with no restrictions really, and some very clean 1-minute draws for price. So if we get a shift low in structure, that would be very nice. See if we get that. So this is the stream from yesterday. Okay, it's on YouTube. So I'll copy that. So it's posted like unlisted, right? So only you guys will be able to see it. So I'll post this in the Backtesting ICT Fanatic channel now. There you go. Milo, whatever happened to the Rolls-Royce? Do you see yourself coming back to the US anytime soon? No, I don't see myself coming back to the US anytime soon. I think it's shit. I personally don't like it, in my opinion. And I sold the Rolls-Royce. I sold it. I sold it with a little bit of damage and an extra 5,000 miles. You know, I shut one of the... You guys call it a garage, right? Well, I shut the garage on... Well, we call it the boot, so we don't call it the trunk. Whatever you guys call it. The back door on the car, right? I shut the garage door and dented it, but scratched some of the wrapping. Obviously, I wrapped it purple as well, so they probably had struggle selling it as well. You know, not many people want a purple car unless you like purple like I do. I think it was the sickest colour that I've ever seen in my life, but other people would say different. I mean, didn't really get any bad reviews on what people thought of it. I mean, I think it was fucking sick. But yeah, I bought it for around 270k USD, 260, 270. And then I put around 115k down. I had to put down 50% pretty much because I'm not from the US. And then I had it for, I think, about 3 months. And then after that, I ended up leaving the US because my visa was running out. I was overstaying a visa at one point. And then I also didn't like the US and the time zone as well. So the time zone is absolutely perfect here. I don't like, you know, the US. I think it's falling to bits. New York is disgusting. It's homeless everywhere. Miami's full of a bunch of gurus and gays and fake traders, and it's got a bad rep to it. I don't want to be a part of that. I don't know if you guys have seen on your social media feed recently, but there's people promoting, like, you know, alpha futures, and they don't even trade. So it's pretty mad, to be honest. Yeah, they don't even trade. In specific, there's this one girl. She's 17 years old, and there's like a bunch of guys around her. That's fucked. That's Miami. And you guys will know this one weird ass group of people, but I mean, I'm not gonna mention other people anyway, but I don't like the place. It's not me. Everyone thinks they're in like some crazy place when they're in Miami. They think that Brickell is something mad, but it's not. I spent a lot of time there, and it's like, it's boring. I mean, it's nothing crazy, you know. Like, why would I go out to enjoy a nice meal for $1,000? What's the point? Because I'm gonna grow faster on the other side of the world with a better time zone, better gym, better fighting gyms, better food, currently better weather. I'll be able to put an extra 300, 400,000 per year into my live account and grow a lot faster, and also be very close to Dubai as well, because I do have apartments that I've bought in Dubai, so I do like to be close to Dubai if I want to check out the project or I want to buy another project, etc. So yeah, it's like I'd rather have a Pepe's. I'm not gonna like I've went to a few different steakhouses in Miami. I went to there's a place called Pappy's Steak. There's another place called the one on Miami Beach. I mean, that's nice as well. I had a tomahawk steak. But when you do that on the regular, and I go to these places a lot on the regular, and your expenses alone in Miami are about 30. I was spending about 35, 40k a month USD, and I wasn't doing anything, right? I was just had a car, an apartment, and just living normally. I didn't really see the point in it because I was always sleep deprived. I could never wake up in the morning And I'm just being honest with you guys. I couldn't wake up in the morning because I go to sleep at 1 a.m. So I was always sleep deprived, tired as fuck. And the food as well inside of the supermarkets, it's all completely washed. You know, it's, what do you call it? What's the word? Injected with a load of shit. Because the US food is seriously controlled. Very bad. Very bad food. And, yeah. Because at the same time, I averaged through 2025 making about 150k USD a month. And 150 USD a month with expenses in Miami at, say, 40k, that is still significant to my income. So I don't really care what anyone says. Like, a lot of people with making that much, they would choose to live there, or New York or LA, but I don't really find those places good at all. I mean, LA's got the worst time zone, New York's a shithole, and Miami is disgusting. So it's like, if you keep the 40k a month, I mean, I live a better lifestyle here, and the most I can absolutely spend is 7k, and every single month I'm saving an AP. So someone gives me a free AP every month now. That's what I get, a free AP. To not live in Miami and not be sleep deprived, are you mad? You gotta be out of your mind, mate. Avoid the gurus and the gays, mate. Let me send you a link in the chat. So you can see, we haven't seen a shift lower in structure. Not to say we won't see it, but in the secondary macro we haven't seen it as of now, which is fine. But yeah, as you guys know, what have we seen so far today, right? We've seen the 2022 model present 2 times already, and they've got fucked 2 times. So they took a short and got fucked, and also the early gap traders as well. And then they took a short here and saying inverse order block, whatever. Maybe they learned it from my channel, and then they got fucked. We didn't take any trades, right? So there wasn't actually a clear direction for price. As far as buys was bearish, and we're still looking for an opportunity for shorts in this last 5 minutes. So we're just preserving capital, and then we'll see if we get a position or not. Melvin said backtesting afterwards. It's going to be tomorrow, brother. So it's going to be today. We're going to have a day off. You know, just relax your brain. Chat to a few women. That's one thing I don't see a lot of these traders doing, is chatting to fucking women. I mean, like, most of these traders, as far as I'm aware, they're gay. So yeah, just relax today. Still do some work, and then tomorrow we're gonna backtest for about 4 hours. So we're gonna recharge a little bit today, and then go pretty solid tomorrow for about 4 hours, because we're not trading tomorrow. You know, it's the day before NFP. And then once we do about 4 hours of backtesting London and PM tomorrow, we're going to aim for a month and a half of price action. And then after that, it's going to be live in the Discord on Friday at 8:15 AM EST. And that's when we pass the Traderfy accounts. And then we'll do the live for the New York AM session, right? Europe's getting cooked, brother. Like, me and you both know Europe is long gone cooked. Like, it's being cooked. I noticed it getting cooked, like, around, I would say, just after COVID, it got cooked. Yeah, 2020, it started getting cooked. It was good in 2018, don't get me wrong. I think 2018 was the best year of everyone's lives, but I don't know what happened after 2020. It just started to get shit. A lot of things went south, you know. Thoughts on playing NFP with top step evals, setting 1440 daily profit so you don't cook consistency. Yeah, you could do that, brother. Yeah, you could. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. It kind of gets you through that first phase of doing our method, right? And then you can do the other side. You could do that, Colin. You could. But personally, I personally wouldn't. I mean, I would do the actual method and have a 100% guaranteed pass. I'm only doing this because it's Tradeify. Or if you guys are running Apex, it also works. Apex, Tradeify, Lucid. You know. Let me send you guys this link. Let me know if this is going to run 3 monitors or not. Because I'm not, like, as far as a IT technician, I failed my exam. So this is the one I'm looking at the moment. Let me know what you guys think, or even if you can view it. Oh my god, they're playing absolute bangers on that rooftop club again. Oh, wait, I'm gonna have to Shazam it. We're at the end of the macro. I'm Shazamming that. I already know the song. Yeah, it's a banger. It's Give Me Everything by Pitbull. I already knew that. Where are you going again, Milo? Where are we going? Nowhere. I don't really know. Where are we going? You tell me. Milo, once account balance goes to 49.4, you risk only 150. No, so you just look at your drawdown. And if you got under 1500 left, then you go half size. That's always the case. So you just work out, you either got less than 1500 or you got more. And if you got more, you full size. If you got less, then you're half. And then once you get back above 1800, then you can go back to full size. Oh, what country am I in? I'm in Pattaya, Thailand. That's where I'm at. Yeah, Pattaya. Pattaya, Thailand. What country have you experienced as good places to visit and live? Pattaya, Thailand. That's why I'm here. I've been everywhere now, brother. I've been everywhere. This is my favourite place. I'm still here after months, you know. I'd usually bounce and leave. Koh Samui, well, Koh Samui's okay. I don't actually like it really, to be honest. It's full of backpack travellers, but as I said to someone yesterday, it is good for like families. If you're more family orientated, they got, you know, like actual big villas. It'll be good for like a family, but it's full of a lot of backpack travellers and stuff in Koh Samui. But it's also a very nice place, you know, don't get me wrong. So I'm not gonna like put the place down or anything. I think it's decent. You like Koh Samui. Pattaya is my favourite, to be honest. A lot of people go Phuket as well. Bali's a shithole. Never even been there either. Best place to go with a friend? Yeah, best place to go with a friend. I mean, if you're only coming for a little bit of time, or if you're looking to work, I mean, if you're coming for a little bit of time, then go Phuket. If you're coming to do like work and stay for a longer period of time, I'd stay in Pattaya. NG. You sent a video. NG's in Bangkok. Wait, why did I just download this video? Yeah, that's Bangkok. That's Bangkok's river, mate. Yeah. Yeah, Bangkok's nice, to be honest. They got not a lot of nice places, nice shops and everything. The only thing I don't personally like about it is because I ride a litre bike, my bike overheats in the traffic because it gets really bad, the traffic. And not just the traffic, as Dr. Seen, you know, he is the #1 for anything to do with health. The pollution is off the charts. But not only that, it does take, even on a litre bike, it takes me about 30 minutes to get to where I want to go. I don't have 30 minutes. In Pattaya, anywhere in the whole town that I want to go, I can get there in 4 minutes on my bike. 4 minutes, regardless of the traffic. I always know a route that I can get there in 4 minutes. That's what I really like about this place. Like, I know I can get to the mall. It would shut in 15 minutes and I'll be there in 4. And I'll be in the mall. So, yeah, it's really good. Trans people, yeah, I mean, there's fucking trans people in the UK and the US as well. So it's like, I think there's a lot of gay people now, but yeah, there's definitely some here. I mean, like, there's some roads I can show you the roads to take a look at the trans if you want to see them. Yeah, we're waiting for the lunch macro here, guys. Would it make sense to have a car in Thailand? If you can afford a car, in Thailand, that's what I'll say. You know, I have looked at, you know, buying a car. I would say that is the only thing I can say is a downfall for Thailand is buying a car. I can't. Well, I mean, I could, but I definitely can't buy a car here. It just financially doesn't make sense, and it wouldn't really. As far as the achievement of buying that price car, it would look crazy, right? For me, anyway. But for you guys, you think, oh yeah, it's just a normal car, right? But basically, a Nissan GTR in the UK is what, £55,000, £70,000. Here, a Nissan GTR is about $400,000 $350,000 I can't even buy a Nissan GTR for a normal price. It's not possible. An SVJ is like 1.5 million USD. 1.4 million USD. Yeah, they have a import tax on any car that's not made in Thailand. The import tax is 200 something percent or 150, 200%. It's mad. So even the Rolls-Royce Cullinan, you won't find one really for less than, like, I think it's like 800k or $1 million US. Like, all of the cars are just like, so the cheapest cars in the world, like if you want to buy like a Ferrari F8 or you want to get like a 458, I mean the F8 is very nice, or the 812, whatever car, but Japan's got the cheapest. Yeah, Japan. Yeah, that's why I stick to bikes in Thailand. So just have a nice bike, and occasionally you can just take a quick flight to Singapore, and instead of buying a car, which, you know, goes down in value, you can fly to Singapore. I can put you guys in contact with a very good dealer there, and they have the best prices, as a matter of fact, in the whole world for watches. I'll send you the link so you guys can take a look, because you might be interested in watches. And then I'm going to head down and get my plug that I ordered. So this is it here. You guys can take a look if you want. So this is in Singapore. They got some of the best prices for watches, I would say, in the whole world. So the best price that you'll find a watch would be the US, Dubai and Singapore. But in my opinion, Singapore has the best quality of pre-owned watches. Like, they're not fucked up like Hatton Gardens, and best prices. So if you look at House of Watches in Singapore, you can also look at this one. This website's also good as well, and they have in-store. So that's the two there. You got the Watch Exchange and then House of Watches. But you can convert their prices. I mean, they have when are you going to publish December profit P&L statement? That's going to be today. So yesterday we was completing December's backtesting, which drained all our energy, and then basically today that's going to be updated. I posted the recording for yesterday's backtesting session, so half of it anyway is posted in the backtesting ICT Fanatic channel, so you guys can see that there. That's half of it from yesterday. Why don't I buy watches new? So most watches, when you buy them new, unless you buy them from retail, which is very hard to get, obviously you have to build a relationship with the brand. Most of the time you can't actually get it, and second time, if it is available retail, then usually you'll just lose money. Yeah, so I posted it inside of that channel there, so backtesting ICT Fanatic there. Alright, so I'll unmute my mic at 11:35. I'll speak to you guys in a sec. We'll get onto our bias and then we'll have a look at the lunch macro. Alright, yes guys, welcome back to the lunch macro. Let's have a look at our bias. You can see the laptop's charging up pretty fast now, so I managed to get the new plug all sorted. So the daily is still bearish, and the 4 hour is still bearish. And the hourly is still bearish. So full higher time frame bearish bias. Price has already swept buy stops, which would be classed as this high. I'm going to mark this high anyway. So here is what we currently have. I would like to see price obviously shift lower in structure, and then we can see what we get from there. We got a SMT on NQ, but whether that's going to hold, likely not. And as I told you guys, an SMT is only a confluence to an already existing model. So some people take it slightly too much as a confluence. Okay, so that's a nice sweep of buy side, and then during lunch we'll see if we get an opportunity for shorts following our overall bearish bias. I don't know where it's gone. There it is. So whether we take December 26th high or any other point of buy side, I just clarify is just price swept buy side, bearish bias. Now I'm looking for shorts, and that's pretty much it. And then if price forms the model, which is valid, I'll take it. I would finally say that and also the number one reason as well that you guys shouldn't move from place to place. You should do it at the start to find the place that you want to stay. But then after that, once you've actually found a place that you're going to stay, I finally built a trading setup that I can be proud of. You know, I can actually say that this is exactly how I would have my setup. You know, I got that monitor there, this monitor there, that monitor there, laptop there, and then 75-inch C4 fucking LG TV on the wall. Lovely. And then we just make fucking money. And as I said, I'll likely not leave Thailand until I'm managing at least $10 million in clients' funds. And still after that point, I still don't want to leave. I don't really see the point in leaving. Yeah, the only thing I was thinking I could do to upgrade the setup a little bit more is the monitor that I use majority of the time to monitor price. I could switch this monitor out and get a new one and get the... What do you guys think about the Apple monitor? I was looking at it today, but I don't really know how it works. I thought it was like a computer. It looked like a computer, so I don't really know. What do you guys think? The Apple monitor. Is that even a... Yeah, I don't even know. Is it a thing? I don't know if it was a computer or is it an Apple monitor. Because I was like, I've got the MacBook, so surely I should have that monitor, right? I don't know. So we'll redo our bias. Because it's higher time frame bias, it physically can't change until it gets to 12. Totally overpriced. Check out BenQ. Yeah, but do you not think, like, you know, the difference in price is not something I was thinking about. I was just thinking, like, what's the best quality monitor that I could switch this one out for? Because, like, this one's been through quite a bit, you know. It's been through about 30 different countries since I swapped this one out in Colombia, actually. Best one is Apple Studio Display. Okay. Let's have a look. Okay, so they have the Apple Studio Display. It's 27 inches, which I think is the same size as the one I've got now, 5K Retina display, 12MP ultra wide camera. I mean, I don't really need the camera, but maybe we'll use it. I don't know. I've already got the best camera you can buy, so I don't think that camera can outdo this one. And then nano texture glass, or standard glass. Well, I'll get the nano texture glass then. Tilt and height adjustable stand. An extra $500, yes please. Yeah, so it's about 2.3. Yeah, I'm gonna get that. Yeah, I've got a Think Vision monitor, and it's basically facing upright, so it's just on a, like a, what do you call it, like a 90-degree big phone on the left. I always use that for executions, and then I have this huge screen up there which currently isn't on, but it looks great. And then this is the only one I'm looking at now, thinking this one's a bit fucked, so I'll swap this one out for the Apple one. The only thing I'm not really thinking about though, I don't know what you guys call it, but round the edge of the screen, you have this black line, right? The black line round the edge of the screen. And I noticed on that Apple Studio display, it looks like quite a thick, it looks like quite a thick black line round the outside, and I don't really like that shit. I might go for a different monitor just because of that. I might have to actually go for a different monitor. Yeah, the bezel. I don't really like that bezel. That shit looks old. If it wasn't for the bezel, I think I'd buy it, but I think I'm going to go for something else. Because I've got a gap between my monitors, and if I've got loads of fat bezels separating the monitors, then I don't really like that shit. Then get 8K monitor instead. Yeah, so I think there actually is better monitors than... I'd have to ask ChatGPT, but we'll see. Go for LG. Yeah, LG's usually got the best monitors, I would say. LG and Samsung. Yeah, so as of now, we're waiting for price to shift lower in structure. We got bullish order block on ES. Yeah, it's all about ticking through these macros, monitoring price, making the right decisions, as we always do. and simply just when the trade presents, we take it, and that's it. So if we shift lower in structure now, I'll have a flick through the higher time frame bias, understand we're still bearish, and then look for shorts. And we got a lot of space to work for invalidation low as well, so we'll see if we get opportunity for shorts or not. Wait, this one's actually got a 2 to 4 day shipping for the display link. It's got 4 HDMI ports, and it's a display link. And it's got a picture of a MacBook with 4 screens. Yeah, I think that's the one. That's definitely the one. Right, that's calm. I'm going to share it with you guys, and then let me know what you think. And then if that's the one, then I'll get it on the order. And then literally in like 3 days, then I'll have this monitor as well. Yeah, so today's just the only day that we're not backtesting, and we've basically been backtesting every single day over the past week, you know, so we've put in a lot of work, we've done very well, we've completed the whole of 2025 backtesting, which is great as well. But yeah, today we won't backtest, we're backtest as of tomorrow on Thursday. So Thursday around 9 AM EST, 9:30 AM EST, we'll go live. We're going to backtest for about 4 hours. We're doing a month and a half. We're doing London and the PM, okay? And we're going to start from around July time. So we're going to do July and then get on to half of August and then do August. And then I want to do October and November. And then that'll be enough for me personally. But if I have to do December, then I'll do December as well. But that should be enough from there. Chucky said SMT question mark. To be honest, we don't really look at SMTs. It's either there or it's not. I'm not really too focused on it. As far as I'm aware, there's no sort of SMT of what I can see. Maybe from an SMT from a high, which is very far to the left, but it's not going to have any confluence on price. You know, if we have a overall bearish bias, as I said, at 12 PM EST, I'm looking at the higher time frame, so just the hourly, to see if it gets inversed, which I think at this point it will, and see if we get a shift in bias there. Okay, that's calm. So I placed the order anyway. I placed the order for the adapter. Display link. It's for the monitor anyway, so should be here on the 9th to the 10th of January, which is, that's tomorrow. It's pretty fast. Let's see how fast that gets here. I seen a message, obviously, Booth. He said, I have funded 50k top step, and on my dashboard it's still showing consistency target profit. Best day must be more, correct with funded. Wait, what? And a profit target of 3,000, it says that my best day must not be greater than 50%. Oh, no, so that's just a dashboard glitch. That's all it is. So we got a bullish order block on ES. Short-term low on both assets. Let's see if we get a shift. Yeah, Shai, you asked that question earlier though. I said that if you've got 1500 of drawdown or less, then you're on half size. If you're above, then you're on full size. I don't know what your drawdown is, so it depends. We'll be adding 16 fundeds on Friday, bringing the total funded accounts to 46. Fucking lovely, mate. Lovely, brother. Yeah, so now when you're looking at 46 accounts, that's when it really starts to get interesting, because you're making so much money, you'll lose track on how much money you've actually made. So for every 2R that you make on 46 accounts, no, not 2R. So for every 4R that you make on 46 accounts, you're essentially taking $50,000 in payouts for every 4R. So you'll be eligible for a payout every 4R that you get on 46 accounts. That's 50k. And with London, that can be, you know, with in one trading session, you could have a winning trade in London and a winning in the PM. So it happens all the time. How do you view the 30 to 40x in a year backtesting results? Do you believe this is enough? Just a genuine question. Did any of the modifications of this model bring more profit, or by any chance were more inconsistent? No, so every change that I've made in the past has made me extremely more precise, and the model has improved massively, and profitability has absolutely scaled exponentially. And a 35R year for me last year, which is what I got live, I made $1.3 million, and 800k of that being payouts. Now 2024 and 2023 I actually had bigger years, but this year was slightly affected with being at all-time highs, and the start of the year was pretty slow because of Trump coming into office. We just didn't really get many trades really at the start of 2025. So you know, even on the standard of what I told you guys of how many accounts, it was $400,000. So whether that's enough for you or not enough, then you just need to get some more accounts, start a live account, you're up to like $1 million. If that's not enough, then you just got to have some more years in the game really, and then just keep plowing more money into your live account. And there is ways to grow. If you sit there long enough, you can think to grow even more. You can start doing 5 million a year. But that's why I'm also implementing London and the PM, and I've also found more ways to grow capital faster, so that's what I'm personally doing. But yeah, if you guys got any more questions, just let me know. Feel free to drop it in the chat. So we haven't seen, obviously, any trades today. So far, anyway. We only got about 3 minutes left, so it's very likely that we're going to see a huge shift below this low. And yesterday we didn't take any trades. So when we were backtesting 2025, right, the one point that I was trying to get across to you guys is when you backtesting, you expect for the future. And we experienced 3, 4, 5 trading days with no trades. So we've taken 2 trading days now and not taken any positions. So it's just the past repeating. And then, like in April of 2024, when I closed out a crazy month, I had around 13 winning trades in 1 month and 1 loss. It was unbelievable. And then in August of 2025, I had 8 winning trades and no losses. So it was a 14-hour month. So those type of months, they do occur throughout the year, and they do repeat in the future. So it's just when those months come across, we just obviously capitalize the same as what we would on any position, just the same position size, etc. Absolutely, the December P&L, as I said, that December is being sorted straight after this stream. So that does conclude us for today, guys. We are done. There was no trades today, and I'm sure a lot of people did take losing trades, but we didn't take any trades. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed the stream from today. The backtesting is going to be going ahead tomorrow around 9 AM or 9:30 AM EST. So I'll see you guys for that live stream. I'll speak to you guys then. And then the next time we officially speak, if you don't want to tune in for backtesting, then it's going to be on Friday at 8:15 EST, because we're not trading tomorrow. It's the day before NFP. Okay, and we're going to be passing Traderify accounts live in front of you guys. Okay, so I'll speak to you guys shortly, which will be tomorrow at 9 AM EST.